Good morning, Charles Ball. It's Sunday, July 29th.
Ugh.
There's probably 3 or 4 people watching now. So you might want to get on up. You might want to get on up.
Ugh.
What's wrong with you?
God, I forgot I slept here.
You forgot you slept here. Well, this is Charles Ball, and you won't find him in a more fine moment than right now. He is just waking up. Let's get some sunlight on him. And some, sorry about the legs.
I need those.
So, just for the fun of it, Charles, if we are gonna have a thing, you should sign in here. Are you okay?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel alright.
Like, when you say alright, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being super alright, and 1 being barely alright at all.
I feel like a 4, maybe a 3.
That's pretty good. I don't know if you guys can tell in this, but he's got a sunburn.
I'm pink.
It looks kind of hazy there. So pretty soon we're gonna have a second computer so that we can see any comments that are coming. In all likelihood, people are just wanting us to do our thing, and we will. I'm recording this in a second camera just in case it doesn't work. Yeah, that worked. Are you watching the Olympics?
No, I was watching some air hockey challenge match. The craziest shit's on here, obviously.
On Ustream? No, it's probably something to do with the Olympics. Air hockey challenge matches? Yeah. It's probably prelims.
I don't know. I hope not. I don't think air hockey is an Olympic sport. I think that's the one that they maybe left off. I think
they have shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard is different from air hockey.
Not that much. I think the shuffleboard is probably a little bit less, I don't know. I don't want to, if there's anybody that plays shuffleboard, I don't want to offend anyone, but I think that air hockey, the puck goes so much faster.
Well, I mean, it's a different type of competition, you know? Like, air hockey is more of like a bar sport, you know? Like, you actually have to get out there with, like, precision and things when you play shuffleboard.
Oh.
No.
Precision with shuffleboard. I don't know. I think it'd be a lot more fun if people tried a little harder to make it go a little faster.
In shuffleboard?
Okay, maybe I'm wrong about what it is. What's the thing where they keep heating up?
That's curling.
Curling. If they can curl.
Yeah, curling.
But
that's Winter Olympics. That's Winter Olympics, though.
Well.
And yeah, curling does suck. I'm sorry for anybody out there that curls. Go back to Canada.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah. I'm pretty confident. I mean, doesn't it seem like an awfully Canadian thing?
It does. I mean,
like, who has fun cleaning up for, like, a 50-pound piece of granite or whatever?
Is that what... It's granite?
Yeah. Something like that.
This would be expensive. You could make a kitchen sink or counter.
I don't think sinks are made out of granite at all.
Well, the counters are.
Counter, yeah. You can make a very, very, very small counter for, like, a child's toy with the granite used in the curler. Or whatever that damn thing's called. Oh, man.
I'd just call it the puck. I'm pretty
sure.
The puck,
yeah, you're right. That's so sophisticated.
Could you figure out how to use the internet?
No.
The internet
this thing is just a bunch of tubes.
There it is. That's you. You're naked.
Nice.
Pretty much.
Pretty much,
You wore yellow shorts so that it looked... Uh-oh.
Feedback.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that if you're watching this, there may or may not be a commercial, and we'll never know.
Oh, yeah.
So,
or care.
Right now, we're watching a commercial. Can we mute the commercials?
I don't know. I'm still learning this thing. But we got that muted.
That's muted. That's good.
Can we just show everybody at home that I'm not naked?
I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to...
Yeah, and look, the moment I do, it puts up an ad. Of course. Yeah, this makes total sense. I am naked. I just woke up naked on a couch, sunburnt to shit.
Alright, I see nothing but a black screen. But that was 10 minutes ago. Oh, we had a long time. I sat in here really creepy-like.
With just me sleeping?
Well, yeah.
On your couch? It's kind of fucked up, dude. I'm sorry, language.
Yeah, watch the language.
Language. Even though you have a naked pink man on your couch. We're gonna hold our breath. Oh, man. Golly.
I hope that we can sign in at two places at the same time, because if I have to sit up there and type, I'm going to be upset.
Oh, you just may.
Do you have underwear on?
No. No, I don't. Thanks for asking.
That was 13 minutes ago. How's this an hour? Here we go. Let's see.
Thank you for asking, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
I appreciate you.
I should have probably checked first. Well, I don't know. The other camera's got borderline crotch shot on you. But you're crossing your legs so you can't be seen.
Oh, yeah. I know how to be naked on camera. I learned from Julianne Moore.
Who's that?
You don't know who Julianne Moore is?
No.
She was the lady in The Big Lebowski. It was Lebowski's daughter.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't.
the
I mean, I
painter.
don't know actors' names. I don't know actors' names, but
Aren't you yourself an actor?
yeah. Well, I mean, I know the people in a scene with me. I know their names
Okay.
for just a. I don't have a lot of room in my Rolodex of names. I go through too many of them.
Oh, man.
So,
I'm so fucking tired.
what are you talking about? It's 9:30 a.m.
Pacific Coast Standard Time.
Pacific Coast Standard Time.
That's what we should call this show. Pacific Coast Standard Time.
Is that not the right way to say it?
I don't know. I don't think anything I do is the right way to say it. I'm almost confident. If you hear or see me do something, it's wrong.
What does that mean?
I'm not what you would call successful.
No, you're
or well
totally
put
successful. You're totally put together.
I
Things
slept
are going
naked on
fine.
your couch last night.
You have shorts on. It's not naked.
Oh, well, it's friend naked.
It is. It's about it's friend naked. Much more than that becomes aggressive. It's no longer friendly naked.
Yeah.
It's aggressively no clothes on.
Yeah, it's
naked.
almost like a visual rape. You just can't get enough of it. And I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
think
stop,
that when you
yeah.
say almost, I think that's exactly what a visual rape is.
Yeah, I guess
Not that
you're
we
right.
want to get into that. In fact, it's let's clean it up. It's Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, Pacific Coast Standard Time.
Pacific Coast Standard
It's
Time.
9:50 now. You kind of dawdled getting me up.
Well, I sat in front of a black screen for a long while trying to figure out why it wouldn't stop doing that. It's not funny. We both have to sit in this room now.
Oh,
Oh my god. Good lord. Do you need to use the bathroom?
Probably, but I'll wait. Wow, that's what you get. That's live television, people. Welcome to the studio. Oh, it takes place in my bedroom.
I just wanted to say,
That's I didn't even eat yesterday. I don't know what that's from.
it's probably just your insides melting.
That's a familiar smell. I knew it. It was brimstone.
Brimstone, exactly.
I must have ate some hellfire last night or something.
Well, what did you do last night? Let's break
man.
down a day in the life of Charles Ball.
Oh.
And if there's time
If
in
there's
between,
time,
I
yeah.
might say what I was doing at that time.
I think you're probably with me for some of it.
Well, what time did you wake up on Saturday, July 28th?
I got up probably about sporadically throughout the morning, but I put my feet on the ground about 12:50. Something on the light shade of 1.
And what, like, you have a defense. It was 12:50 here, but you just moved here from Mississippi. What
so-
time would it have been?
It would have been 2:50.
All right.
So almost 3. Yeah, no. I'm gaining hours by being here. My
So,
I guess crazy amounts of sleep. Well, I don't know about crazy amounts. We got in Saturday morning from the bar Friday night at probably like 3.
well, we
3:30.
walked here. We
Yeah.
walked what usually takes me 10 to sometimes 20 minutes skating. We walked because the bar is close and don't drink and drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
We walked it
Absolutely
off.
not. We walked, stumbled about 2 miles back to the house.
So that's the end of Friday night that turned into Saturday morning.
Yeah, well, technically that was the beginning of Saturday.
That was the beginning of Saturday, and you just napped for a while.
Yeah. I just did this thing where I turned my body and my organs off for about a cold 10 or 12 hours. But yeah, so I had slept, and then I got up, went out to the beach. There was some fun stuff going on there, down at Venice Beach.
What exactly were you doing at the beach? Just walking?
Yeah, I went and walked around and, had a morning beer, a little something to get my head right.
Okay. Where at?
At the waterfront.
Well, that place is cool.
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
It's a nice little joint. Thought about having breakfast, but then I was like, no, let's really make this beer efficient.
Yeah.
I probably was still drunk from the night before. Friday, I got really drunk. I mean, it carried over heavily into Saturday.
Do you think it affected the majority of the way your Saturday went? If there was a butterfly effect, could Friday night's drinking have changed this weekend for you?
Definitely. It really kind of put a real stranglehold on me. Just stumbling back to the bar, back from the bar, drunk as hell.
Are you talking about yesterday at noon?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about originally?
I'm talking about the butterfly effect. I mean, I don't even really remember.
Yeah, you don't walk that far from me. I do that kind of a distance every day.
Well, you skate that kind of a distance.
You
keep comparing walking pissed drunk to skateboarding mildly intoxicated. I mean, I don't know how to skateboard. I'm not saying that I could do that proficiently. Once again, I'm not a guy who's what you would call successful at new things.
You're cutting yourself short, but go on.
Anyways.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
But skateboarding 2 miles and stumbling home 2 miles is an incredibly different, but it's like pissing out the window and shitting out the window.
Yeah,
two completely different things.
They are.
I mean, they're both done out the window.
But you could get hurt doing either of those or arrested easily.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I guess so. I didn't get sore because typically I just do a lot of forward motion.
Yeah. And you're in peak physical condition.
I am in peak physical condition, which we'll talk about, I'm sure, if we can
have
one part of my week.
Yeah. No, but I'm just going to sit here and talk about getting drunk at the beach.
no, go on.
But
1
yeah,
o'clock in the afternoon.
I hadn't been to Venice in a long time, and I used to come here a pretty good bit with James. And I just went and walked around and saw all the craziness. The drum circle of inner city youths with that.
Was there the drum circle? Was there?
Well, it was a drum line, I guess would be more efficient to say. But it was a drum line with, I think, a 7 or 8 year old black girl for a drum major. I don't know how proficient she was at, being a drum major, but damn, she was adorable.
Really?
I mean,
and she was able to play the drums?
No, the drum major doesn't play the drums. The drum major is like the conductor.
How are you supposed to follow somebody that doesn't even play the drums?
Oh, it's happening again.
Don't do it. One of these times you're going to have an accident.
I think that my odds are pretty well shot in that order. I mean, I've already done it once this year.
Shat?
Yeah.
Those odds are pretty much shat right now.
Yeah. I mean, no, I would have, had I been doing this yesterday, then yeah, I probably would have crapped in my pants with that hangover still inside me. Oh yeah. I mean, I just have a niche for it, Some people are good at doing things annually, or they always make sure they do something annually. I crap my pants annually.
I don't want to tell lies, so I don't want to say how many times I've crapped my pants in general, but I don't think it's an appropriate... Alright, I think it's been once since I was a child, but it's certainly not annual.
No.
And it was the smallest...
Mine might even be more often than annually. I think mine probably might even be like 6 months. I mean, I go through more underwear that way, and it's always at the worst times. The last time I did it, it was a wedding reception. Yeah.
Were you sick?
No. No, not at all. I just was peeing outside. I didn't want to go in the church. I was just peeing outside.
You were peeing outside of a church?
Yeah.
Well, that's why. God saw that.
Yeah. That was Careful. What it was. Yeah, totally. You play with fire. And I was just peeing and thought it was a little poop. But apparently it was a little doo-doo. Little poop doo-doo. Yeah, check the board. Let's see what people are saying about this.
I don't even know if
High quality
I don't
television.
think, it says, there's 14 people watching right now.
Oh.
Or more. I don't know. 15. We just got another one. Welcome. You're probably going to see an advertisement. Come back later.
Yeah, I am clothed, by the way.
Well, debatable. We haven't proved it.
Moderately. But yeah, and then so went to Venice Beach and hung out and did a little bit of sun tanning, as you can see.
Yeah, what were you thinking? Like, you just laid out in the sun and just let it burn you? You did nothing about it?
For like an hour. I just sat there and gave Mother Nature the old hug. Mother Gaia warmed me with her love.
But we have suntan lotion here.
I didn't know. I mean, I'm still not going to wear it.
No?
No, I'm not going to wear suntan lotion.
You live a dangerous life.
I'm just like, I am so asking for cancer in so many ways. Like, all the Diet Coke I drink.
Oh, Diet Coke. That's right. You said you were going to drink Coca-Cola in the morning. I thought that was insane.
Oh, I still may do it. No, I probably will go get a Coke here in a minute. I mean, depends on how long this stream goes. And the fine people at Coca-Cola Distributing Ltd. Atlanta, Georgia, thank you very much for your participation and support. They're in no way affiliated with this.
They may back us a little bit. I'm not going to say.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
What was I going to say? Oh, go on. So there you are.
Yeah,
you were sunburning. Sunbathing. And
I think you're probably more closely to being correct.
I probably
sunburning.
The sun was burning you.
Yes.
And then what? You just fell asleep and came home? Because I feel like when I got back home, you were already back.
Yeah, I was. I laid out for about an hour, walked around, had a beer, checked out Venice Beach. I was gone for totally maybe 2.5 hours, something like that, out in the sun. Came home. Took a shower.
Let's see.
You know, yeah, did a little bit of hygiene.
I'm telling you, you aren't falling apart. You were cutting yourself short earlier. What did you say? You don't do anything right in showering. That's the right choice. You go to the beach and sunbathe for a long time. You'd probably stink and then lay on this couch. I mean.
Yeah, I definitely needed a bath. I got in the ocean too.
Oh, you went swimming?
Yeah.
I've only been swimming once this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I've touched both coasts this year.
That's impressive. Which other coast?
The Atlantic coast.
I mean, I knew which giant ocean.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not crazy. I meant which state in the...
Daytona, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's still the Atlantic? It goes all the way down there?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, even somewhat into the Gulf, too.
The Atlantic Ocean goes into the Gulf?
Yeah.
All right,
I think they touch.
Let's agree to disagree.
I think they touch.
I'm pretty sure there's a sharp line that goes down there. No, I mean, of course, I'm sure all the water in all the oceans touch, right? I mean, there's currents.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's kind of what I was after.
Yeah. So you're saying that you pretty much touched the Gulf of Mexico?
Oh, yeah.
At least some.
Oh, well, I did touch the Gulf of Mexico, too.
What do you mean?
I mean, I was in Florida. It's on either side.
That's true.
But I don't consider that a coast. It's not as monumental. The redneck Riviera, who gives a fuck about the Gulf Coast? I mean, don't get me wrong, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach are awesome.
I've never been there. The only thing I know about the Gulf is oil problems.
So you're very up to date with the current stuff.
I hope they close that thing. Event Horizon.
They get it, yeah. Event Horizon.
I hope that they get that thing shut. No, that's not funny either. It's 9:30 in the morning. We don't want to talk about tragedies of American history.
No, we don't. And it was bad.
Holy shit!
That's what you get when you watch our show. You get surprised by commercials.
Oh, how do you stop it?
But I know you're still out there.
Just hit the mute button.
There. Well, you gotta hold on to the Apple command button and then tap the button too.
What? For mute?
Do you know that mute button? No, they override it. Those tricky advertisers make it so that you can't pause it.
Oh, that's pretty legit.
You have to basically shut down your computer.
That's pretty legit.
Legit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's the whole point of this, right? I mean, to get dollars off of
We're not getting any dollars off of this.
Oh, we're getting views, essentially, and I'm sure people are watching us for the commercials. I mean, we're about as entertaining as the Super Bowl. I mean,
the Super Bowl has some great commercials, Charles, but I think we're more entertaining than most commercials. Maybe not Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah.
The first time you see them.
The first time.
They're never as good if they're not during the Super Bowl.
That is true. That is very true. Good call, James.
Thank you. I said something right.
For that, I'm not going to fart right now, even
Thank
though I
God.
really, really have to.
Thank
I
God.
just want you to know I'm saving him, not you. You would probably be able to enjoy this and watch it. Because, I mean, you should be at church right now.
It might be. Oh well, it might be late enough that some people are already back, and this is the first thing they do with their family when they get back from church. They watch a naked man.
Yeah, watch a naked man sit on a couch with a fully dressed man who looks like he's wearing cords and a tie. Right? I mean, you look like you could essentially go to church right now. Some sort of non-denominational hippie science church, but you could definitely go. I mean, they would have you. They would be more than happy to have you in.
I'm sure they would.
I like how you're showered and you've like completely put yourself together.
Oh, I don't know if you got the memo, but we were doing a live show this morning. Or we are doing a live show this morning. Yeah, I got a tie on, I got a shower on, I got food.
I slept with a serape.
What is a serape?
It's like a Mexican blanket. I slept with a serape.
I didn't know that was the name of that. That's hilarious.
That's what I've been using to cover my sunburn. You don't put burlap over sensitive skin. I went to sleep, I was on fire, and James just drapes this over me like I'm a crime scene.
I did not realize that I wasn't even thinking about your sunburn. Yeah, this is probably not the best.
Yeah, I'm rolling around with this shit all night.
I apologize. We have a lot of like silk stuff, but we keep that for our better guests.
Good, I'm glad. You know, I'd hate to get sunburned on some of your nice silks. Your nice silk sheets that you put on your couch.
We should.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, get comfortable. I'm about to fart again.
You better not. You better not. So we've made it back here to the house yesterday. It's probably about 3:30.
That's exactly what time it is.
I got home at... I was doing Mission Impossible auditions, and I walked in the door at probably 3:30.
Yeah, and I had just gotten out of the shower, I think. I think I went from 2 to 2:30. Yeah, no, from like 2 to 2:45, and then came back here around like 3, took a shower. Was hanging out a little bit, not knowing how sunburned I was. You know, living the good life.
Yeah, it didn't look too sunburned at first. In fact, it wasn't until like 10 o'clock at night that I realized how burnt you were.
Oh, yeah, it definitely crept up on me.
But then we watched the Olympics. We watched the U.S. versus South Korea. Well, yeah. Korea.
You can call it Korea. I don't think they'll mind. I said the other day I called it the good Korea.
The good Korea.
And he got really up in arms.
Not like North Korea did, though. Well, no, I just want... You said the good Korea. I didn't hear you say the word good. I thought you said just, it's Korea, the Korea. And I was like, well, there's North and South. I don't know if North Korea... And I hope that nobody from North Korea is watching right now. But I don't know if you're allowed in the Olympics if you're from North Korea.
You're not.
You're not. Bummer. But nonetheless, yeah, we watched that. That was an exciting game.
It really was. We didn't see the first 2 matches that the USA blew the Koreans away, but we got there in the 3rd match where the Koreans stormed them. Yeah. Just barnstormed them. But those U.S. women playing volleyball, it was something else.
Yeah, and I'm not making fun of her, but there's somebody named Destiny Hooker on the American team.
Very talented.
She's pretty talented. You know what? She's like 50%, like I'd say 75% amazing. And then 25% of the time, she was pulling some stupid moves. Like not getting the ball on the other side of the net.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
dumb
what
move.
are you doing?
Yeah, not scoring a point when you hit it every time.
Yeah, that was pretty upsetting to watch.
Yeah.
I have never shouted like I did yesterday at the screen.
Yeah, you got really heated watching the U.S. women's team play volleyball.
I did.
I turned it on just to watch it. I mean, I love volleyball players. If there's any women out there that play volleyball at a collegiate or national or professional level, please look me up.
Let's just see what... I'm sorry. All right. Well, there's 16 people watching right now, so...
We got another one!
We got another one! Welcome.
Yeah.
I hope you're not in an advertisement.
Hi, Mom.
It could be. I hope my parents are out there watching. Please do it on 2 different laptops so I can get an extra view.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That extra view is probably me. Or our phone, or...
Our phone.
The other...
You're watching
phone, our phone, yeah.
No, I'm recording from our phone in case I can't use this later. There's going to be a couple people that don't get to see this. And this is magic.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to put it online so it can live forever.
Oh, I can't wait. Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I hope your phone picks up this pink clarity.
I don't know if anything can really pick up that color. It's like I'm sure that monitors and cameras like adjust their
brightness, their pigment levels.
Their pigment levels, yeah. So, America, spoiler, if you are about to watch the DVR version of yesterday's Korea versus U.S., America wins.
Boom.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then we watched
3 straight episodes of season 4 Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's too much. That's like that wrecks my nerves. I can't watch.
It really does.
You should only watch 2 episodes.
2 episodes. But like, I get caught up. I mean, I could do it, but like, they were tough episodes. I mean, like, season 4 was just phenomenal, and the 3 that we watched, the one is like where Jesse goes back to rehab, the Problem Dog episode, which is so tough to watch. I mean, like, people get mad at Jesse all the time. Like, fans of the show. They really don't like Jesse. Or, like, certain people don't like Jesse because, like, oh, he always ever just messes everything up. And, you know, like, why does Walt even need him? Blah, blah, blah. But people don't remember that Jesse is the moral compass for the show. I mean, it's not a good moral compass, but he's the moral compass. I mean,
now, explain that. First off, I didn't realize there was people that anywhere. I'd like to join that discussion, being upset with, or on the side of Jesse. But what do you mean the moral compass? He's the guy that's slinging drugs that aren't good at the beginning, right?
Yeah, but when Walt comes in, Walt doesn't know what he's doing. Like, Walt doesn't even grasp the way the game works. Like, Jesse, he's a terrible drug dealer. Like, and his meth wasn't bad. It was the best around.
Okay.
It just wasn't the blue meth or whatever. Yeah. And then he later proved
it wasn't super meth.
Yeah, it wasn't space meth. Essentially, it's that same stuff that, what is it, Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams, where at the end he gets that space coke and then he just flies. I imagine that's what would happen if you did any of that blue sky meth. You would just fly right out of wherever you were. But no, like, he always is loyal to Walter.
Yeah.
And he's like, always does what he thinks the nice thing is. Like, Walter always pushes him to overstep his boundaries.
And sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong.
Yeah,
Walt's
but like,
always pushing him.
Yeah, but Walt is always pushing him for Walt's gain. Walt never does anything to help Jesse. Like, the few times that Jesse has really needed help from Walt, Walt has done it, but, like, when Jesse lost all his money, when the DEA found Tuco's car, and they took all of Jesse's money because it was in the back, Walt wasn't going to give him shit. Walt wasn't going to help out at all. I mean, and even in the first episodes, like, Walt wasn't going to kill Crazy 8.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't going to do that, and that was his job. Jesse fucked up the job with, you know, the bathtub and getting Emilio, like, you know, melted or whatever, which is gross, but I mean, Jesse always goes above and beyond for Walt, and it always ends up screwing him over. Like, the first meeting with Tuco, he got beat into a coma with $50,000.
Yeah.
I mean, he got beat into a coma for $50,000. The next time it comes up, Hank catches him. And then Walter, being the superb mastermind he is, you know, calls in a prank call to the 911, and it gets Jesse in trouble, and Hank goes and beats Jesse into a coma. I mean, just ranks him on the floor. I forgot those
two. I guess he's been into that position a couple times then.
Yeah,
Jesse's got some bad luck.
At least. I mean, and that's just always how it is. Like, you know, the first time they even meet, like when Walt makes them go and get Tuco and Crazy 8, Jesse ends up tripping over a rock and bashing his skull in. Do you remember that? The whole first episode's got that huge, the whole, like, first half of the season, he's got that whole big, like, Rocky the Masked dentist look.
I've all of a sudden got a look of concern on my face. I feel like we probably lost some people.
Talking about Breaking Bad with spoilers?
Oh, we did! Oh my god, but there's still 11 people left.
Man, we lost a lot talking about Breaking Bad.
It's alright. Maybe Breaking Bad should continue Breaking Bad's thing. But that's okay. We just wanted to bring it down to the core 11.
Yeah. These are our probably favorite 11 people to be watching.
In the world.
Just so you know, I mean, we actually only did this for you.
Actually, there's 10 of you. But there's 11 of you here. That's probably on computer, because I can only name 10.
Yeah.
So, there it is. We watched Breaking Bad.
You can name the 10?
No. I wouldn't. There could be the 11th person out there that doesn't make the list, and it's not worth the others. You know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty noble. But yeah, Breaking Bad was,
We ended that by we left. You bussed with me down to the theater.
Yeah.
And that's when we did the film, reminding people today at 9:30 a.m.
That was your first peek.
And then afterwards, we were at the theater watching Mission Improbable, and then I did the Messed Up Show, which is where I wear a wig and some crazy stuff happens.
You play an 80s hair rocker.
Yeah, an 80s hair rocker named Dragonborn. I don't know if you guys can make any links to it, but Dragonborn knows the dark scales. But I didn't have an actual guitar with me because I could never play that good to...
The dark scales?
The dark scales.
What exactly are the dark scales? I know nothing about guitar.
Well, the dark scales are the ones that really... they open up a portal.
They bring the rock, huh?
They bring the rock
they open
straight
up a
from
portal.
the other side.
That's totes great.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you know out there, kids, and other people watching, anytime you hear me make up a word, please feel free to drink.
Gatorade. So here's the other thing. So the bar ended. Here's where my story gets in there. My day was pretty boring until at this point. Yours, amazing.
Yeah.
But
strive, children, strive.
So there we were inside, and all of a sudden, glass shattered inwards from the theater, and there's a big hole. We have the front of the theater I'm at is just a wall of like little tiny squares of glass. The squares are probably about as big as Charles's head, but probably a little wider because your head's pretty narrow. It's got this distance.
Yeah.
But
so I look like a horse. I just have a long, narrow face.
No, that has a lot of depth.
Oh, okay.
A horse face, somebody's face just never stops. It's like
get around the mouth area, right?
Yeah.
Not just
any part of the face if it goes forward too much.
Okay.
I think. I mean, the mouth part makes it more obvious.
Okay, that's fair.
So somebody breaks the window, and the bartender and owner runs out the door. And actually, probably about eight gentlemen ran out the door. And I ran out the door, too.
The whole place cleared.
The place cleared, and we're just like, dun 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 dun. That's all I know. Well, anyways, I was hoping. What's the rest of that song? Is there lyrics?
No.
No, that's it. All right. Anyway, so run out there. That's slow motion. There's the Eye of the Tiger's playing, also in slow motion, like you just did.
It's playing over the Olympic medal theme. Eye of the Tiger is.
Oh yes. So
both in slow motion simultaneously,
which is really distorted.
Yeah, it was like a mashup. And then Lee Greenwood's "I'm Proud to Be an American" came blaring over
also
the top of it. And I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah. So we caught the guy. This guy, he had run, and there was a clear alley. He could have at least had us running a longer distance, but instead he tried to run up some stairs, and we cornered him. And we grabbed him by the arms and pulled him back, called the cops. He was bleeding out of his leg, but apparently and I felt bad for him, honestly. He was probably just partying and did some idiot move. But
he tried to climb a building.
Without
a ladder.
Without a ladder.
Parkour style.
Parkour style. He thought he was Spider-Man or something, and he put his leg through our window of the theater. He wasn't, we don't know him. It wasn't like he had just left our theater.
Yeah.
He had just come.
He's not affiliated with the MI's West Side Comedy
Not
Theater.
at all. And, so he's bleeding. And his friends, he was fine with it. He was like, all right, I'm caught. You got me. And he was coming back with us, and his friends were like, trying to get us in trouble. He's like, this guy here, he was roughing him up. I would never rough somebody.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wouldn't. I'm not a physically violent person.
No, you're not. Not at all. I heard it and laughed. When somebody mentioned Roughed Up and James Heaney, I laughed hard to myself.
But the nice thing was the guy who actually did the crime was being cool with it. Once he got caught, I think it was because he was bleeding so much from kicking the window.
Yeah, his foot shattered like a panel of glass. I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I mean, you break glass, you get cut.
And
he did.
You lay out in front of the sun, you get burned. Lessons. Touche. I'm sorry, I was just trying to figure out a way we should wrap this up.
Go do it again.
Oh, we got another viewer back.
Boom!
There's 12, but I hope they don't miss it. It's just an advertisement or something, all of a sudden it's gone, but we should wrap this up.
We weren't even on the air an hour.
Were we not?
No, we've been on like 45 minutes. Maybe not even that, 30 I think at the most.
I don't know.
30 minutes of it, straight content.
That was amazing content.
Oh, yeah.
We did all the special effects and stunts ourselves. And the only stunt I actually can think of is probably what happened on this couch.
Yeah.
Right. With your farts.
Oh, no, he's
I'm
not.
almost afraid that when you get up, it's going to release this.
I know. I'm really worried, too. Or my butthole's just going to slip out completely. It's going to be like the end-all, do-all. I'm going to get up and fart, and my butthole's just so exhausted. It's like, oh. It just doesn't. It's like, no, go back to sleep. Right. I'm going to put my serape on and get a couple more C's in.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Give us some suggestions on what to do next. How to shape this into the right talk show instead of the crazy